Good morning, Radiant Church. My name is Kaytelynn Martin, and I have the honor and privilege of leading this morning's devotion. First, I would like to read from Hebrews chapter 6, verses 17 through 20. And I also highly recommend that you go back and read all of Hebrews later on your own time, because it really will change your life if you let it. It's really awesome. Okay, so here we go. So when God desired to show more convincingly to the heirs of the promise the unchangeable character of his purpose, he guaranteed it with an oath, so that by two unchangeable things, in which it is impossible for God to lie, we who have fled for refuge might have strong encouragement to hold fast to the hope set before us. We have this as a sure and steadfast anchor of the soul, a hope that enters into the inner place behind the curtain, where Jesus has gone as a forerunner on our behalf. So this idea of hope has been something that I've been having to relearn again and again for the last several years, and lo and behold, 2020, I find myself there again, and it's just the mercy of God, and I'm so thankful because it's drawn me just nearer to him and humbled me, as I'm sure this whole COVID-19 thing has humbled a lot of us, and it's exposed things in myself that I didn't, this space that it's given, this shelter in place stuff has given me space to be exposed to things in myself that I didn't realize I still dealt with or was even there. And so two of those things really have been anxiety and control, just wanting to control people or situations or whatever, just so that I can ensure my own safety and my own peace and security, and not be threatened, when obviously that's not how it works, but the heart wants what it wants, right? Anyway, so it's been a struggle, but this idea of hope keeps coming back to me, and this scripture in Hebrews about having this hope as an anchor for the soul, it keeps it firm and secure. And like, what is that? What is that hope? And I mean, in my head, I know it's Jesus, right? It's who God is. That is our hope, the unchangeable character of his purpose, like who he is. It's unchangeable. It's forever constant. It's impossible for him to lie. He holds true to his promises, even if we don't see it in this life. Like, he still fulfills his promises. And so I know that those things are true, and those are what keep my soul secure, right? So my head knows that, and my heart hasn't known that. And last week, I was mulling over this again, and I just decided, like, I can't live in this anxiety anymore. Like, I'm not going to. Like, where is my hope? Like, I feel hopeless right now, even though I know where my hope should lie. I feel like nothing's ever going to change, because in reality, I was putting my hope in visible things and things that were tangible that I wanted to see different, and that doesn't work. And so I went back again to this reality of who God is. He's unchangeable. He is, in Exodus, it says, Exodus 34, 6-7. This is the most quoted verse in the Bible, by the Bible, and it's when God is introducing himself to Moses on Mount Sinai. And God says to Moses, I am Yahweh, the compassionate and gracious God, slow to anger and abounding in steadfast love and righteousness, maintaining love to the 1,000th generation and forgiving wickedness, rebellion, and sin, and all the while remaining perfectly just in my own timing and in my own way. It's better than your way, kind of a deal. And that's where my hope is in a God who's like that, and who gives me both a present and a future hope, where here I have a God who is compassionate and gracious and all these things that don't change, and he's my helper, he's my strength, he's my song, as we see in all the Psalms, as David proclaims who God is. But I also have this future hope that all things in creation will be brought into restoration, and there will be a new world that I get to live in, where everything is secure all the time, and Like, there is no need for distress or anxiety. Like, there's no space for it. And I've been given access by Jesus, who's gone before me as a forerunner on my behalf into the inner place behind the curtain. And that's a future hope, but also a present hope. And I hope this is making sense, but ultimately, I want to say that this is not the garden. The garden is not supposed to be this way, in the way that we live, in the way the world works. It's riddled with distrust and anxiety and fickle hope and blindness, and it wasn't supposed to be that way in the beginning, and it won't be that way in the mended world. Like, it won't be that way when everything is reconciled. But for now, we get to keep our eyes on the anchor of our souls, being God and what he's promised and what he's done. And that's who keeps us firm and secure. And it's by him that I'm promised that I will walk before Yahweh in the land of the living. And yeah. Hope. Challenge yourself. What is the object of your hope? I encourage you to do that today. Where is it? Get down and dirty with the Lord and be free. All right. Bless you. Have a great day.